I want to talk about Toni Braxton. I can't believe that you would go to your son's graduation this way.
Because it's his way.
There's no protocol. You get what I mean? But look, after...
Oh, no. You cannot be, no. Like, no.
This is her at the graduation. And that's one of the pictures that I really was tripping on, but...
Is that at the school or
look,
is that
this
a
is
private
the second
party?
picture I want
I
them
mean,
to
not
show.
that it's
Right.
okay, but
this
I'm
is the
trying to
second
figure
picture
that
I
out.
want them to show. Make
Where's
sure
that
Abe
at?
has that picture.
I think it is.
This is the picture.
Oh, wow, no.
Do you see that at her son's graduation like that? This is why society is in chaos, because I bet nobody there who is a loved one of her is going to say, you're really dressed inappropriately for a graduation ceremony of your son.
And that was Corey discussing Toni Braxton, who's been in the news this week.
I'm not the biggest Corey fan like that, but he's 100% right. But you see it everywhere though, and it's women just. It's like they forgot how to dress when you go to certain events.
Yeah, and with Toni,
no,
it's
they're liberating,
excuse.
man. That's liberation.
Man,
Feminism at its finest.
I'm all for, sometimes she might got on the outfit, maybe it's fitting her a little too good and stuff, but did outfit Toni had on attention seeking?
Yeah.
Attention.
Yeah,
He
you
was
took
purposely
the attention from
attention
your son's
seeking.
special day.
That's a damn shame.
You're already going to get attention, because of Toni Braxton in the house.
Now
You
Toni
know
Braxton
what
got
I'm
the
saying?
coochie cutter.
Now Toni Braxton out here with all her stuff out.
It's already like, damn, that's your mom? Damn, that's your mom?
Damn, that's your mom.
That's your mom? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is digital. This is on internet forever.
Exactly. That's his graduation photo. He
Right.
can share with everybody.
50 years from now, I'm like, damn, mom. Well,
Hey, he can AI some pants on her.
But they still gonna have it. It's always
I
on the
know.
internet. You can't, it's always up there.
Would you ladies wear this outfit to your child's graduation? I personally would not.
What's sad about this is she's of the age that she should be putting the younger ladies on about how you.
It's a time and
dress
place for
when
everything.
When you go to certain, if you go into the club, that perfect.
If you
club
go into the
outfit.
Met Gala,
if you
like
go,
how,
if you
Halle Berry.
If you're not going to a child event,
Yeah.
it's a kid's event.
Yeah,
it's a kid's event.
Well, it's he's an adult, so it's an adult event. It's college, so they all adults.
It's nevertheless,
But it's not
a public event.
You're right. I'm just saying. It's
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but it's a
they're
public event,
adults.
and there's
We
gonna be
can't do
kids
that
there
to
and
them.
stuff like that. There's going to be children there.
yes, that
And
part.
you would think, but it's that
Grandparents and shit like that. The thing about it is, it's your son's special day, so it should be all about him, your child, not you stealing the light from him. Like you stealing his.
Can't
thunder.
even watch the commencement ceremony.
Right.
No.
He's seeing on his news feed. He's seeing on his Twitter that damn trending and shit. Like damn,
Can't even watch.
like
Can't even watch.
what we
I
doing?
think y'all blowing this out of proportion, yo.
No.
Yeah.
How?
And the only reason I say that is because I was just at a graduation last week, and it was the same as that.
Dressed like that, but
Dressed like that, and it's not just one person.
no, it's not. But
And
should
for all-
they be?
And
dressed
for
like
all
that?
the ones that dress like of such, they should be ashamed of themselves because again, it's
I'm
not
not gonna tell
about.
somebody to be ashamed of how they're dressed.
They
but
should.
They
I'm
should.
I'm not gonna say they'd be ashamed, but I'm under the impression that I just don't think that scenario is proper. Like,
So they should be ashamed.
I'm not gonna tell somebody to feel ashamed.
Thought.
of how
You
they-
need to be
Why?
more
Because
thoughtful. You
we
need to
know
be
for
more
a fact. We
thoughtful.
know for a fact if that was your child,
We're not
and
going
that
to shame anybody. You should be
Hold
more
on, if that
thoughtful.
was my child.
if
what?
your child and you're gonna dress appropriately because you don't want to take attention away from your child. That's your child's day. So someone who's
I mean, you don't want to put me in this. Okay, I have attire that my wife prohibits me from wearing to my children.
Say less.
Don't
See what
put
I'm
me in
saying?
that-
So
don't
I
put me
got
in
you.
that.
Okay, so it's already parameters in place. So we're assuming that these individuals had no parameter in place, meaning they probably didn't
Is
have.
Toni Braxton married?
No.
She used to be with
I thought she was.
Yeah,
with
she
Birdman.
was,
She was with Birdman.
because
He wasn't man enough.
Because if your husband's there, I would
Ain't
think
none of
you'd be
that
like,
popping off.
I'd be like,
You ain't even walking out of the house like that.
like
what we doing?
the cute, but we see that later on tonight. We ain't gonna see that right now.
Yeah, we ain't
Like,
doing
nah.
that.
Yeah, I just think it's the wrong event.
This
for it.
Junior's
So I'm
time.
not gonna say they should feel ashamed and all that embarrassment.
That shit
Nah,
no better.
It's a place
But
for
there's a
that
time and
dress.
place
It's a
for
place
that.
for
You
that.
right, but
outfit.
I'm talking about at that
Come on, I'm
moment.
saying, as soon as you get up, you gotta pull something down, or as soon as
Like, I
you're
saw that
walking, you
the
gotta
other day.
pull something
If you
up.
pull it down,
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you gotta
if you
pull
gotta
it
pull
down,
it
or you gotta
down.
pull it up. At right now, at this graduation,
I'm talking
you
about
probably
for
shouldn't be
those. Listen, I'm talking
wearing-
about.
church probably shouldn't wear it there either.
Listen, I'm talking about for those. This is your child's day. They work hard to get to this day. If you're doing anything to take attention away from that, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's all.
I just think, as far as just media goes,
You don't-
Media's putting the onus on the parent. You know what I mean? But I'm sure.
Don't we
what's the
put-
boy named Diesel or whatever? He don't give a.
Don't we
He
put the
don't give
on?
a fuck
We put the
how
onus
his
on
mom was
everybody,
dressed.
supposedly,
He's
right?
already seen, so you know
That's
to
what
him
he
it
don't give a
might be
fuck how his
regular.
mom
Like,
dressed.
you know,
I'm sure the Braxton family, like
to
we have
him it might be
seen-
regular. Like
this
you
is-
know,
to him, he's probably like, "Oh, thank God, she at least wearing pants." Like, "Oh, she's not wearing pants. She's just, oh my, thank God." Like, bro, I'm just saying.
The bar is that low.
I don't know where the
exactly.
bar is set.
you've seen your mom dressed all type of ways, doing shows and stuff.
But he
I'm
looked
sure,
just as
so-
happy as content.
That
you know what I
shows
mean?
she's
Like,
working. I'm living a lifestyle because of
This
that.
more
But
of us, like,
when we
I
talk
can't
about
believe
my
people are doing
graduation,
this.
Like
that's a
you said,
different story. You got one graduation.
Event. Think of the event you're going to. If we're going to the, like you say, the Met Gala, if we're going to the club, that's the perfect outfit. I want you to wear that. That's what
Look,
we're going
she
to.
done
We
been
gonna
out.
go
She
to
been
the
out
job.
thousands
Yeah, I
of
don't think that was
times.
a formal
She knew.
outfit.
She knew what it was. She was stealing her son's thunder. That's all I'm just saying.
She went as a celebrity instead of a mom.
Exactly.
Which I said you already going to be the celebrity,
But
anyway.
she wanted to make sure it's a celebrity move. That's why she did what she did. Which again, if you intentionally does that on your child's day, you should be ashamed of yourself because this is your child working hard for their reward, getting that. They didn't do it off of your back. Sure, you may have, and then again, they probably got a scholarship based off their grades. But we're gonna go that far. If they was willing to graduate, they got a scholarship, and you probably put a little bit of money towards it. Nevertheless, they did what they were supposed to do, and that was succeed. You taking their thunder away because you want to be a celebrity mom instead of being mom, you're wrong. And any other mothers or fathers that are regular Joes and Marys who do that to their child and at a function like that, you should be ashamed of your damn self. Simple as that.
Simple.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's that simple.
It is. Because when you had your time, they didn't do it to you. And when you're teaching your child, exactly, they
Hop on stage when Toni was performing.
exactly, or even when you at a job and you at a job function and you are getting a reward, they have to conduct themselves and look a certain way. They didn't act out any type of way because if they did, they got their ass whooped, right? True or false? Most likely that's true. So let's flip this.
I'm still trying to figure out.
It's more about just be thoughtful
I'm
of the
still just
event you're
trying to
getting ready to
figure
go
out
to and what you're wearing.
Her
That's
son
all.
made it through college.
Yeah.
And the only thing everybody is so
Congratulations
big
to all
up
the
on is how
graduates.
his mom dressed to show up to his
Graduate
graduation.
college every year.
I'm about to say, so niggas is so concerned about how his mom dressed
Hell yeah.
at his graduation.
Yeah, because
Because
you're
of the intent.
You're not talking about his graduation. You're talking about how she dressed.
No. I'm thinking about his graduation.
I don't
I'm
know
glad
that.
he
I ain't
showed
thinking
up.
about his graduation.
Right.
I know Toni.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Y'all worry about the wrong things, man.
We're not. I'm not worried about it because it's not.
No, the
affecting
focus
me.
is correct. If his
I
mom
just
wasn't
think ashamed
dressed
is
like
the
that,
wrong
we
word,
wouldn't be
yeah.
talking about it.
Exactly.
I rarely agree with these two, but yeah, because now my focus is going to be on the commencement ceremony. I'm going to be focusing on
Everybody that was there and he focused
She
on
knew
that
what
shit.
she was doing when she
was
did
stealing
it.
not only
Right.
her sons but everybody
knew
else
that.
thunder.
She knew they were going to look at her when she put that on. She would have never put that on if she didn't think they were going to look at her when she had that on.
Or if she was going
That's
somewhere,
clown
or
shit.
if she was going somewhere a present like saying to the White House, she wouldn't wear no shit like that.
So basically, everybody that's coming out to these graduation ceremonies are a bunch of Toni Braxtons, bet.
Yeah.
they're attention whores.
Exactly. If you stealing
They
attention,
can't stand seeing a man get the attention
or
from
it's
them
just,
in
or
a
just
public
say,
place.
or we can just
Yes.
say, your child getting attention for their
we
own
go.
success that they they doing. You just can't stay out of the way. Yes, that's an attention whore right there.
We're going to slide on to the next thing.
Yeah, Branson's getting uncomfortable.
Nah, I'm just like
niggas going down a rabbit hole. And I'm
Like,
like,
ain't no
nah,
rabbit
listen,
hole.
We just got to
got-
speak on some real shit.
Yeah, they ain't no rabbit hole.
Everybody's scared.
We can sit
It's
here.
not
We can
scared.
sit here and hold black men accountable for whatever
every day
decision
I gotta hear
whatever
what
their
I'm not.
decision making.
Shit.
But when it comes to a woman, we move the goalpost. No, they get held
that's
accountable
trifling.
too. They get a hold account. If a black man came up here with some biker shorts, his midsection is bulging and shit, and everybody focused on that. Y'all be talking about that. Y'all be saying he's wrong, out of place, the whole nine. Now that a woman does it, and they're literally stealing attention from their kids because you're not focusing. Even people who's there with their own kids or grandkids, they looking at her ass. They're not supposed to be doing that. Supposed to be focused on the graduates.
I fully agree.